Hello and welcome. So, your baby is getting close to that 6-month mark. And you know what that means? You're about to dive into the wonderful and, yeah, maybe a little confusing world of solid foods. It's such a huge milestone, but it definitely comes with a lot of questions. In this little guide, we're going to break it all down and give you a simple, clear roadmap.
Right? These are the questions every parent asks. Should we start with cereal, like we've always heard? Or maybe vegetables? Is 6 months the absolute magical right time? It can honestly feel like there's a mountain of information out there. But don't you worry, we're going to simplify it all together.
So, before we even get to what food to start with, the first big question is your baby actually ready? You know, timing is pretty much everything here, and it's way less about the data on the calendar and much more about your baby's own personal cues.
So how does your baby tell you they're ready to eat? Oh, they'll give you some pretty clear signals, believe me. Are they staring at your dinner with like laser focus? Maybe even reaching out, trying to grab a bite for themselves. And the big one, do they open their mouth when they see a spoon coming their way? These are those classic signs that they are curious and totally prepared to start exploring.
Okay, before you offer that very first bite, let's just quickly cover the 3 golden rules. First up, introduce only one new food at a time. Super important. Second, you want to wait 3 to 5 days before introducing another new food. This gives you plenty of time to spot any potential allergic reactions. And third, start small. We're talking just half a teaspoon at first. It's all about a slow and steady introduction.
All right, the journey begins. And for a lot of experts out there, that journey starts right in the vegetable patch. This first chapter, it's all about introducing those foundational, savory flavors.
And here's the thinking behind that. Babies are naturally hardwired to love sweet tastes. I mean, who isn't? So by starting with the more neutral, savory flavors of vegetables, you're helping to broaden their palate right from day one. It takes advantage of what some people call the flavor window, which is this amazing time when babies are just super open to new tastes. It really can make them more willing to accept all kinds of foods as they grow.
So let's look at our starting lineup. Zucchini is a fantastic first choice. It's mostly water and incredibly gentle on a baby's little tummy. Pumpkin, it has this lovely creamy texture they just love. Carrots, once you cook them, they become naturally sweet and soft. And cauliflower, don't sleep on cauliflower. It's a quiet champion for brain development, all thanks to a nutrient called choline. You're going to hear this term beta-carotene a lot, especially with those bright orange veggies. So what is it? Well, it's an antioxidant that our body very cleverly converts into vitamin A. And this is absolutely crucial for your baby's developing vision, their immune system, and keeping their skin healthy. It's basically the powerhouse nutrient behind pumpkin and carrots.
So once your baby has had a chance to explore a few vegetables, it is time to expand the menu. We're going to start introducing fruits and grains, which will add all sorts of exciting new textures and flavors to their diet.
You see the strategy here, right? It's simple, but it's really effective. We lead with those neutral veggie flavors to build a nice, broad palate. Then, we bring in the wonderful natural sweetness and fiber of fruits. It's like a little 1-2 punch that really helps set them up for a lifetime of balanced eating. And here are some absolutely fantastic first fruits. Cooked apple and pear are both super easy to digest. Banana is the ultimate convenience food, right? No cooking needed. Just mash it up. And hey, let's not forget avocado. It's technically a fruit, and it is loaded with those healthy fats that are so important for brain development.
Now, as you start getting close to that 7-month mark, you can begin thinking about another brand new texture: single-grain cereals. These are just a great way to introduce more carbohydrates for energy and a bunch of other important nutrients.
Let's look at the top contenders for that first cereal. Buckwheat is a total nutritional powerhouse packed with iron and protein. Rice cereal is famous for being really easy to digest and has a super smooth texture, which makes it a classic starter. And corn cereal is a great source of fiber. And the best part? You can mix them with water, breast milk, or formula, whatever works for you. Okay, now for a major step, introducing proteins. These are the fundamental building blocks for your baby's rapid growth, supporting everything from their little muscles to their amazing brain. This stage includes things like meats, eggs, fish, and dairy.
When it comes to meat, the key is to think mild and smooth. You'll want to start with gentle options like turkey or chicken. The most important thing is to cook them until they're incredibly soft, and then blend them into a very fine puree. You can even add a little water or broth to get it just right. Iron-rich beef can be introduced a bit later on down the line.
Now, introducing eggs is kind of a two-step process. You want to start with just the yolk, probably around 8 months. The yolk is where all the good stuff is, amazing nutrients like choline for the brain and iron. Then, once you know your baby tolerates the yolk well, you can go ahead and introduce the egg white a month or two later.
And this is just a great little snapshot of why having different kinds of protein matters so much. You're getting essential iron from beef for healthy blood. You've got DHA from fish, which is basically rocket fuel for the brain and eyes. There's that crucial choline we talked about from egg yolks. And of course, calcium from dairy for strong bones and teeth.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. So now, let's put it all together and just take a look at the big picture. A complete overview of what your baby's first-year food menu can look like.
Just as important as what to introduce is what to avoid, for both safety and health. First, absolutely no honey before age 1. There's a risk of botulism. You also want to steer clear of anything with high salt and sugar. And please, be so careful with choking hazards like whole nuts and whole grapes.
And here it is. This is the roadmap we've been building. It all comes together in this one simple timeline. You're starting with vegetables at 6 months, then layering in fruits, then cereals, meats, and so on. But remember, and this is so important, every baby is unique. This is a guide, not a strict schedule. The best thing you can do is just go at your baby's pace.
Honestly, if you take away just one thing today, let it be this. This whole process is not a test you have to pass. It's a fun, messy, and really exciting stage of discovery for both of you. So just relax, have fun with it, and enjoy watching them experience all these new tastes and textures for the very first time.
Which leaves us with one final, very exciting question. Now that you've got this guide in hand, what new food are you going to choose for your baby's first great culinary adventure? The journey is just beginning.